CQ, the old friends net. CQ, 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 the old friends net. Let's see here. I'll try to get some semblance of frequency here. I went the wrong way. This is N4LQ, N4LQ, calling CQ, the old friends net. Is anybody around tonight?
W4JPL.
There you are, W4JPL. Well, I'm having all kinds of trouble getting my act together tonight, but here I is. Let's see here. I'm having trouble getting everything adjusted the right way that I want it. I was just on the phone with KG4IUQs trying to get his Harvey Wells TBS 50 running, and that's a hoot. That's a tough job trying to get that thing going. So what have you been up to, John? W4JPL, N4LQ.
N4LQ, W4JPL. I'm running the 7610 barefoot. I hope you can hear me all right with that. If not, I'll turn the amplifier on. Is still working on the house project. The only thing I did today was, well, this morning I went to the hospital and Cartersville got my once-a-month shot, so that's why I wasn't on this morning. And then I came home and just continued my house project. I did go to Lowe's today and get some more stuff I needed. Change a drain pipe in one of the bathrooms, and that actually went fairly smoothly. I'm usually prepared for death when it comes to working on that stuff, so that's all. Any update on Mr. Terry, N4LQ, W4JPL?
No, I haven't talked to anybody since this morning, so I don't know anything other than what they were talking about this morning, that he had recovered from surgery and was doing okay, I guess, as can be expected. So I'm not sure exactly what they did or anything. So there you go. Just a encyclopedia of information, aren't I? Well, I'm glad you got your rabies shot. And you went down the drain at Lowe's. What'd you get, a trap? Get a P-trap for it or something?
Yeah, I put a new P-trap in. It looked like it was kind of, shall we say, past its prime, and I went to pull part of it out, and it literally collapsed and crumbled in my hand. So timing was good. So I got that done, and again, just help Maggie move stuff around, sort of like spring cleaning before spring.
Must have been a metal chrome-plated drain, huh?
Yeah, it was a metal chrome-plated, and I changed that out with a PVC. So like I said, nobody was more surprised than me when it all went together very easily. So, yeah, I'm thankful for that, because usually, and the problem is, not only is, I can't contort my body anymore, getting in those weird positions, you got to get up inside that cabinet to tighten that pipe that goes into the wall, so I was, like, really thankful. N4LQ, W4JPL.
Well, certainly, the PVC will probably outlast you. What is this? Oh, I see. So I wouldn't worry about it. And as far as the pain goes, I'm working on that. I'm practicing my modified Superman exercise, and maybe that'll help.
Okay, yeah. Actually, it wasn't bad today. My back wasn't hurting like it had been in the past. So I guess it's all this toting stuff around and carrying stuff and all that stuff that maybe keeps things limber. I'll tell you what, though, I was outside for a while today, and it was a bitter, bitter cold day out. The wind was just really one of those biting cold winds that sort of kind of want to take the heat right out of your body.
I have received a text message and an email from Duke Energy saying that they want everybody to consume their power for tomorrow morning between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. It says, what causes high energy demand? Extremely cold weather. Now, I didn't think, I mean, it's supposed to get down to 22, which it's not exactly balmy, but, it's January. It kind of happens. I think last year it got down to 7 degrees one night, and I don't remember getting any emergency messages from Duke about trying to conserve power. What's wrong with these guys? Did their generator run out of coal or something?
No, you don't understand, sir. That's all them there electrical cars that's sucking up the power grid.
Well, I know. Yeah, hopefully people won't buy those things, because if they do, we'd never make it through the winter. If we want to go to work the next day, we'd have to shut our power off and just freeze to death. Let's see if anybody else is here. N4LQ. Yeah, that's progress. Yeah, anyway, yeah, we were talking about that today, that, it takes a lot of power. If you got one of those fast chargers, you can charge them up pretty quick, like an hour or something like that. And but if you try to run it off 110, it's going to take 24 hours, I believe. Something ridiculous. So I don't know what the solution is, but certainly battery-powered cars are not the answer. Back in the what is this thing? This stupid valve wants to vibrate, and I've got to fix that. I'm going to have to put some kind of foam rubber inside it or something. Back in the 70s, they were making pretty good progress on gas mileage. You remember that, well, the 60s had the Pinto and the Vega, the Geo Metro, and all these little cars, and they were getting like 40, 50 miles to the gallon. And then they came out with the, GM came out with the 3800 engine, and our Pontiac Bonneville was getting 35 on the highway, big full-size car. And then when they started coming out with SUVs, they started getting heavy and a lot of wind resistance, and the gas mileage went to pot. And now we're back down the way we were back in the 50s, I think, as far as gas mileage. So we're not making any progress, in other words. N4LQ.
Yeah, I bumped heads with you a little bit. N4LQ, W4JPL. Yeah, I was just commenting that out in California they got a problem because they've been shoving those electric cars at them all this time, and then nobody thought about would the grid be man enough to handle all this, and now they got another problem. So, that's a unique place in the world, I guess. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. What I don't understand is in Europe, everybody uses their cars run on diesel fuel, and diesel's actually cheaper than gas over there. And you gotta wonder, diesel will get better gas mileage and the engines last longer and all that. Why that's never adopted over here? I I mean, even to the point where I remember the first time I noticed that when they pull up to a stoplight, the engine stops. They have that a little bit here now, I think, but over there, everybody, you know, they pull up to a red light or anything, they stop, the engine stops. And I guess when they take their foot off the brake, the engine starts up again. So, if they want better gas mileage, I guess go diesel. And there's no reason in the world why diesel shouldn't be cheaper than gas. So, well, what do I know? W4JPL.
Yeah, well, yeah, they've been using diesel over there for a long time in Germany. I think there's more diesel cars over there than there is gasoline cars, and it works fine. Over here, they say diesel gives off particulates, soot or something. Of course, you don't get that soot out of a semi truck, only a car. I don't know. They're making it almost unaffordable to run a pickup truck now on diesel because of this stupid what is that liquid you have to put in there in the engine to mix with the exhaust. I forgot what it's called, but that stuff is expensive, and it cuts back on the power and everything else. And our government is messed up pretty bad, and they got the priorities all messed up. Yeah, you know, you ever watch a video with a real steam locomotive going up a hill? See all that black smoke belching out of the thing? Back in the steam days, boy, you talk about pollution. And back when they had horses, I was just reading another article yesterday about New York and Chicago, that I think each horse, and of course New York was all horses back in the 1800s. I mean, they were everywhere. Everybody had a horse, and each horse put out like 13 pounds of manure per day, and they had like 13 million pounds a day landing in the streets to deal with. They had boys at every crossing with shovels to help people across the street, and you were literally wading in horse poop, and of course urine and everything else was just flowing in the roads. And when it rained, it was just amazing. And they said they had mounds of horse manure 40 to 60 feet high on the outskirts of the city, where they hauled it in carts after shoveling it up and putting it in carts. And the number of traffic accidents, fatal traffic accidents, from horses was much, much higher in the 1800s than it is now from cars, because of horses being spooked and, bucking and throwing people off and biting people, and all those problems just went away when the car came out. W4JPL, N4LQ.
W4JPL. Well, as far as steam engines putting out all that black smoke, I remember watching a video on that, and they said in real life that pretty much wasn't so with all the smoke and everything. I guess there's exceptions to everything, but they said that every time on a video, they were going to make a video of a steam engine, they want to see the smoke belching out of there. So other than that, you don't see all that nonsense. So, of course, that's way before my time, so I guess I don't know what separate fact from fiction, but that's pretty much what I saw that more than one video, I think. Just, they made it smoke to make it look better on the video, so that's a possibility. I wonder where everybody else is tonight. N4LQ, W4JPL.
the M4LQ. Anybody else want to join us? Well, now my my wife is from Louisville, a big city, and everybody's house burned coal back in the 50s when she was a kid, and they had a coal bin, and the coal truck would pull up to the house. They'd open up a little hatch on the side basement, open up the hatch, and they'd dump coal down into a coal bin, which was like a big wooden area down in the corner of the basement. And her dad would shovel the coal into the furnace, and you had a million houses all belching coal fumes. May not have been too black, a lot of sulfur, stinky stuff. I tried burning it one time in a little stove we had. Boy, it's pretty rotten stuff. I'm glad we don't burn that anymore, because that didn't smell too good.
Roger. Well, I guess it depends on what kind of coal. I know there's certain types of coal that burn, shall we say, less polluting than others. I got a video I downloaded somewhere off of YouTube of a Chinese coal mine, and they had steam engines hauling the coal up the hill, and the spark shower that came out of the engine was amazing. It's like, how did it not set the whole world on fire? Just sparks flying everywhere out of the front of the engine. So, I guess it depends on what they're doing. But, there's still a lot of coal-fired power plants around, so I figure you're going to run out of coal sooner or later, because that's a finite source. N4F2W4GPL.
Well, I guess everything's finite, I suppose. I don't know. Could eventually run out of everything. You keep digging it up. It's almost like oil just keeps getting manufactured somehow. I don't understand. I got a theory that if we finally use up all the oil, that's what lubricates the Earth's axis. And once that's all gone, the Earth will start squeaking real loud and then lock up.
Okay, you got me on that one. Well, that's absolutely not true, because the world is flat, Steve.
Even then, it does rotate.
Okie doke. Oh well. I don't know when any Hamfests are coming up. I see the Winston-Salem Hamfest is coming up in April. I don't know when the Charlotte Hamfest is yet. I don't see. I don't think I got that on my calendar. Oh yeah, it's March 9th. Concord. I don't know if you're going to go to that one or not. I usually go, and then Raleigh is April 6th, and Winston-Salem's April 13th. So Savannah Hamfest April 27th. When is the Hamfest out in Sevierville? You know?
I think in April, but I'm not sure. I can't keep track of it. I sure would like a Hamfest right now. Somewhere indoors, preferably. This is a bad time of year for Hamfest. I'm going to have to look at QST. I guess I can still get to that. I have not renewed my membership yet. I'm still debating that. I've heard several people today at the Old Friends Luncheon saying they're not going to renew their membership anymore because of the stupidity. But I think you can still get to their website. Let's see, ARRL. Yeah, there it is. So I can look at, I think I can still look at Hamfest on here somewhere.
Okay, well, I'm on Sevier County Hamfest 2024. I'm just here. Oh, here it is. March 15. March 15. Oh, I got on here, Sevierville Ham Fest. I sure hope I can go to that. I enjoy that Ham Fest, and Maggie and I enjoy the trip out that way. I got something going on. I may or may not be able to go to that Ham Fest, which would be very sad for me, but we'll see. Depends on how things work out in the next 2 weeks. I'll know better. It also killed the Orlando Ham Fest for me this year. I was planning on going, but we got something going on here that I can't go, so it is what it is, and as the great philosopher Popeye says, I am what I am. N4LQ, W4JPL.
And as the Turtles said, I am what I am, and that's all I ever will be. N4LQ. Well, let's see. Don't try to change me or rearrange me. Well, there's the Orlando Ham Fest is next week. There's a couple of them down in, how about Quartzside, Arizona? You ever been to that one? They say that's a real hoot.
I've been to Arizona. Does that count? That's 20 years ago. Went there for a trade show. Phoenix. I got some stories from that one I couldn't tell on the air, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Quartzsite is it's like the Burning Man of Hamfest. I get from what I've seen, it's like 10,000 motorhomes come in down there in this area, and it's just like a week-long Hamfest or something. I don't know. Can't imagine. But boy, I tell you, I'm looking through February here, and I don't see anything nearby.
No, I guess the Concord one, March 9th, is going to be the first one, so I should be able to go to that, but again, who knows, we'll see.
Well, they got them in Minnesota, Michigan. There's frozen wasteland up there, and they've got Hamfest, and here we are with nothing. Indiana's got a few. There's one in Dalton, Georgia, on the 24th of February. That's so far off, it may never get here.
W4JPL. Well, truth be known, I really don't need anything. I'm not even sure I want anything. I got too much stuff now. Supposedly next week, I'm getting a NC303, which I am going to use to replace my SX101A. I'm going to take that out and put the NC in its place, so then I can use my Valiant on 160. Because my SX101A does not do 160, so this way I'll be able to run a proper transmitter with glow-in-the-dark vacuum tubes. Oh, by the way, they were talking about that magnometer or whatever it was. I downloaded that app. It actually works. When I put it near, just on the outside near the transformer of that Valiant, boy, that thing started screaming.
Yeah, indeed. I did the same thing last night, downloaded it, and yeah, it's got a pretty strong field around it, even with the case on, and then when you hit the push to talk, it changes where the strength is. The strongest field in the shack here is my subwoofer. You get near that thing and it pegs the meter. It goes up to 500 micro Teslas. And I walked outside, and it actually works as a compass quite well. And I got in the truck, and I was checking around inside of my truck for magnetism. And we were sitting there eating lunch, actually, yesterday. And I aimed it around, and I aimed it at the steering wheel, and it started going up. Now, the power is off. The engine is shut off. The key is off. I got it near a place in the steering wheel where it went up to about 400. I mean, it got up pretty strong, and I'm like, what is in the steering wheel? There has to be a magnet. Must be a permanent magnet inside the steering wheel.
Well, again, I haven't had much time to fool with it, so, oh, nothing coming. Well, yeah, there's a little bit coming out of the 7610. Just put it in here and it started to jump up a bit. I don't know if that's maybe the RF's doing it or what. Not that much though. 72, 80, up 90, up by 100, 141, up by the front of the radio. How about that? Oh well. Steve, I guess I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get up in the morning and do all this again, and 3 or 4 more days we should finish the project. So let me say 73, good to talk to you, and hopefully I'll catch you in the morning. I should be around for a little while tomorrow morning. N4LQ, W4JPL.
Now, okay. I'm just moving around on the Valiant here. I got this one spot right up there where the meter is. Maybe it's actually the meter, I believe. Obviously, it's got a magnet in it. And that's the deal there. Okay. Well, good luck on the 303 acquisition. You should call Halcrafters and complain about leaving off 160. I don't think that's acceptable. Call up Bill Halligan and say, what are you guys doing over there? What are you thinking of? I use 160. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow morning, maybe, hopefully, N4LQ. Good night.
Okay, Steve, have a good evening, sir. Yeah, if I want to talk to Bill Halligan, I guess I'll need a shovel. See you later, W4JPL.
Anybody else around tonight? It's N4LQ. That's N4LQ 73.